documents on the GFAN's website, I think it's possible. Tell a bit about what that does, but then also fundamentally give your perspective on where we stand.
Sure, happy to. Thank you so much for this panel. It's wonderful to look around the room and see so many friends and great leaders. I'm going to talk in a moment about our transition plans on paper, but it's always important to remember that our transition is a leadership journey. It's a journey of leaders, and a lot of those people are in this room. I chair the advisory panel of technical experts for GFANS, which is a group of 21 leaders who are heading climate finance NGOs, folks who have been at this work for decades. And we review all of the standards and content on the GFANS website that we do hope that you will read if you haven't already. And what I really wanted to underscore in my remarks today is the importance, as we think about the finance sector transition planning work that we're all doing, of using finance as a critical lever to drive the transition in the real economy, as we've heard from all of the panelists today. I'm also a financial services practitioner as the vice chairwoman of Carbon Direct, where we're investing in climate technologies to decarbonize heavy industry, sectors like aviation, cement, steel, the energy sector itself. And so this journey of leadership is also a journey of courage, where we're willing to lean in to do the work that's hard. So as you've heard so far from the remarks today, GFANS is working to provide the tools and guidance to support financial sector leaders in working with corporations and with governments to affect this decarbonization in the real economy. I come into GFANS through the NetZero Asset Owner Alliance, where I chair the investment committee of the David Rockefeller Fund. I chair the investment committees of 2 Rockefeller family institutions and sit on a 3rd, all of which have made net zero pledges. And when we sit around our boardroom table, what we talk about is we really think the only way that we can manage climate risk in our portfolios at the end of the day is to get busy with doing the work of stopping climate change in the real world. And this is because of the double materiality that exists between the risk that climate change puts on our asset portfolios, but also the risk that financial portfolios puts onto climate itself. And so the last thing that I'll do is just to talk again through this lens of what the financial institution transition plans look like as it touches on key issues for the real economy. This is summarizing some of the things that you've already heard. So it's real economy transition plans. Thank you for your leadership in this, David. This is sector-specific transition plans, recognizing and doing the focused research to acknowledge that the transition for each sector is unique. Noel, thank you for talking about that as well. And then when we do our portfolio alignment work, it's thinking about how the portfolio transition aligns with those other aspects. It's managed phase out of high emitting assets. Again, making sure that we're leaning in to take care of emissions where they are in the real economy. And then the finance sector reaching out to the other sectors that are critical partners to us in these efforts. It's net zero public policy, and remembering that research shows that 2/3 of the remaining financial investment that we have to make to achieve net zero in the real economy needs to be made outside of the US and Europe. And so this means mobilizing capital for emerging market and developing countries.
Great.